Parra trying to rain on the Manly parade as far as semi-finals are concerned at the stadium tonight out west. The Eels out of contention, but Manly aren't. Out to cause an upset: Lydiard, Crankovic, Jackson, Belmont, Kenny and Sterling, Laurie Johnson, Langford, Drake, Greentree and Goodwin.
And here's the Manly side. Of course, they need victory tonight to ensure that they don't have to be forced into a playoff against Balmain or Newcastle. Ridge, Lydiard, Williams, O'Connor, Iro, Lyons, Tuvey, Hasler, Roberts, Jones, Hosking, O'Donnell and Bella.
Bill Harrigan in charge of this do-or-die effort by Manly. Great crowd here out of the Parramatta Stadium. Beautiful day followed by a magnificent night here. Sterling, the little general, the last match for the Eels at home. Graham Lowe. He'll be sidelined with plenty of nerves. We pause for a minute's silence. Billy, you've got the details of this.
Yeah, unfortunately, Graham, it was the Lady Mayoress of Parramatta, Alderman Judith Heim, who passed away earlier in the week. A very sad moment for everyone in the Parramatta district.
Here at Parramatta. Manda kick off for the Eels. Manly are on line for semis. Graham Lowe's done a great job with this side in his first year. Bill Harrigan. Down for Ridge. Back from Wellington after that test match. Off to Lydiard. 12 out from their own line on the first. Ball was lost. Harrigan said he was called on to play it. Lydiard's in trouble.
Lydiard went into the match with a hamstring and apparently he's done it already. Have a look at the replay. And, well, he got a fair but a just but fair desert there. He didn't really get belted in any way. But he's not a well boy, let me tell you. He's very wobbly on his feet, and that's the first tackle of the match.
The replay showed that he took a knee accidentally in the back of the head. They'll be looking to get a replacement out there immediately. First tackle of the match and problems for Manly. Tuvey's gone out to the wing. Sterling to feed. Hasler moved into halfback. Kenny spreads it. Doubles around. Dummies inside. Now outside of O'Connor, who takes him. Mann for Laurie. Down by Parramatta, knock on. Manly come up with it. Roberts. Hosking. Taken by Goodwin head on. O'Donnell. Away for Bella. Goodwin again in the tackle. Jones. Last tackle against Manly. Lyons is back there. Bridge is there. Just gets his kick in. Mann takes it running back.
A good chasing game by Manly there. They had 5 players down there in pursuit.
Giant frame of Iro. Opposite Mann in this one. Kenny. They're showing their hand straight away, Parramatta.
Yes, it's apparent they're going to spin it wide whenever the opportunity presents itself.
Goodwin, for a second time their forward spill it. Ian Roberts gets away out wide. Lydiard's recovered on the wing. Can't stay in touch. He's back from Disneyland, but now he's forced over the sideline.
Yes, I find that reprehensible in a first-grade player. I believe that every winger should be entitled to be able to keep in the field of play and not go over the sideline. I know I hammer that point, but it's a cardinal sin.
Unhappy start for Lydiard at a ground that he knows so well. Glenn Lydiard. Sterling away. Langford. Drake. Ian Roberts was first in. Greentree looking for some runners. Decided to go alone. He gets nearly 32 out. Sterling takes over in the dummy half roll, kicking away from Ridge. Impressive display for Ridge in the fullback position for New Zealand in the test.
Yes, I saw him there on your call, beat the first tackle on a few occasions, and he's not been able to do that for Manly.
This man can. Iro nearly through. One-hander, great ball, Lions. Got support, penalty against Sterling. Harrigan hasn't called it. He tackled O'Donnell before the ball came to him. Should have been a penalty. That should have been a penalty to Manly. Bill Harrigan was right there. Well, Billy, you were there.
No doubt about it, Graham. Young O'Donnell was backing up in support. He looked like he might have even gone all of the way. Sterling hit him from behind. Professional play by Sterling, but it should have been a penalty.
Wally Lewis, it shows the danger of a man like Tony Iro when he goes midfield.
Yes, it certainly does. I think the Australian players were very relieved when he wasn't in that test match last weekend too, Graham. He's a bloke that's big and strong, and every time he gets the ball, he gives his team a real opportunity to cause some dangerous inroads into the defence. And we've just seen already, he's only touched the ball once tonight, just what a dangerous player he can be.
He was under a cloud with a hamstring injury. Now Kenny and Sterling, the old firm. Mann kicks ahead. This is an opening, a great opening to this match. Plenty of ball movement. O'Connor spills it. 6 more for Parramatta. Manly on the ropes. Mann, short blindside. Bell. Thrown to ground. Still 9 out. Sterling to call the shots. Bell hesitates. Sterling stepping. Can't get his pass away. 4 minutes of real action to start this Nissan Friday night football. Kenny, Laurie upended. Lydiard up in the line from fullback. Brankovic, nowhere to go. Manly have held out. They've forced Parramatta to the last. Sterling trying to put a bomb up. Roberts had him under pressure. A swinging arm from Roberts. He could have been penalised for that, he will. Touch judge will come in. Sterling let one go at the big man. David and Goliath here at the stadium.
Yes, on the Nissan replay, this was uncalled for by Roberts. It's just as well it missed. It might have really flattened him down, but he got one back to little Sterling. And I agree with the little fella getting in a little bit of a lick later with that one, because I think that was uncalled for.
Almost unlike Ian Roberts. Well, both these sides fired up.
The players are so hyped up in this situation. There's one going in further in the competition. There's one of them is obviously out of it, but they're very fired up, and it's going to be probably like this for the first 20 minutes. And this and replay, there it is, Roberts. Now, if that had landed, that would have been, well, I suggest it might have been Roberts walking.
Now, this is a very serious report from the touch judge. How serious? Roberts is interjecting. Harrigan, what's he going to do? Well, he's staying there, Roberts. It's a penalty. A lucky man, Ian Roberts.
Now, he just sort of shut up now. He's having too much to say. He's got to be belted up by one of the Manly other teammates. His captain should come over and tell him to shut up.
It's highly unusual of him, Rex, because he's probably one of the most disciplined forwards in the competition.
Well, that showed a lot of lack of discipline, that situation there. He mustn't go on like that. That is absolutely ridiculous, to berate the referee afterwards. They've got a problem in the Manly team already with a fella called Lyons who likes to talk to referees. We don't want a forward doing it as well.
So Scott Mann, it's a chance to put the first points on the board. A 57% success rate in 1990. It straight over the black dot, and Parramatta take the early lead here at the stadium. It's Parramatta 2, Manly 0. And Manly bring it back to the halfway for the restart. Parramatta leading by 2 points to 0.
Well, Jones showing from the kick-off, he can very nearly kick a goal from halfway. He's got a hell of a boot on it.
As Parramatta bring the ball back from their own end of the field, Trankovic to play it. Greentree with that shock of blonde hair. You'd almost think he would have been a Manly boy with hair that colour.
A surfing.
Manly with the pressure on them. They really don't want to play in that replay, should it be necessary on the Tuesday night. Just outside the quarter line. Parramatta through Bell. Bell's gone straight through. Bell's only got Ridge in front of him. Bell only just almost ankle tapped by Ridge. He's still going, Bell, a great break. Only 32 metres out from the Manly line. Last tackle, I thought for a moment Ridge had him. He put him off balance, but that's all. Kenny, the kick, along the ground into the in-goal area. Ridge is back there. Ridge almost mucked it up as Kenny came flying through.
Magnificent chasing there from Kenny. Really a great chase. And Ridge was under a lot of pressure. He made a meal of it to start with, trying to handle it. Then he did exactly the right thing and fell straight down. And they'll cop the line drop out. But this is a very, very nervous start from Manly. An extremely nervous start from a team that's notorious for having nervous starts.
Lions, the restart with the line drop out. There's one thing about Ridge, he would have had a fair bit of experience of going down on the ball in rugby union. And there you can see Manly, they really had to do only 9 tackles. Parramatta 23 so far. Possession the other way round, in fact. Lost the ball.
Well, that's a bad error. Peter Johnson there trying to get to his feet to play it. Apparently just lost the football. So nerves aren't the province of just one team.
Of course, Parramatta fans are very eager for their side to finish on a winning note, and they're here in droves tonight, and they've seen a great game, of course, in the schoolboy final. Hasler making a break. Good defence from Brian Jackson, just inside Manly's territory. Line side to Jones.
Come away.
Hosking this time takes it up. Hardly had a chance to settle down, Manly, when they've had the football. Roberts.
We gave a hospital pass back on the inside there to O'Donnell, who had nothing to do but just take the tackle.
Very lucky to grab it. The chip and chase from O'Connor, but straight down the throat of Glenn Lilliard. And Lilliard bringing it back well. Gets to within 10 metres of the halfway. Parramatta leading Manly by 2 points to 0.
Sterling, Goodwin, Lions around the chest. Johnston, Lions makes another tackle.
Yes, that was a good and necessary tackle there. He made some inroad on the inside.
Laurie, Hosking over the top.
Yes, let's have a look at these lower grade scores. It was a monumental score in under-21s. Parramatta 34, as you'd expect, against Manly 0. But in the reserve grade, an absolute cliffhanger, a magnificent game of football. The Manly scored the winning try in the last 10 seconds. So there it was, 22-20 in reserve grade. And a great kick here from Parramatta. And Sterling, of course, the man that did the job, up the sideline about, well, 25 metres, and just takes the big bounce and goes over the sideline. Beautiful.
Sensational season for Sterling.
That win in reserve grade 2 by Manly means that St George can now sneak into the 5 in reserve grade if they win on Sunday.
Tooby, Manly feed. Lions to call the forwards round. Roberts. Jones fumbles. Try. Bell. Unbelievable. They have been under pressure. It popped up, and Bell has not scored an easier try in first-grade rugby league.
And probably never will. Have a look at it on the Nissan replay. There's Roberts running on the open side of the ruck. Pops a pass to Jones, who's lost control of it straight away. The ball pops into the hands of Bell, and Bell just careers about 10 metres and scores a try, really without any opposition. From side on, it looked this way. Roberts, offload. Jones hit at the precise moment the ball came to him, and away goes Bell on a very short but happy ride for him. Good one. And we'll see it again from ground level cameras. Roberts, conventional bit of football there from the Manly forwards. Just looked as though they were just going to take the ball casually about 15 metres out. And the pass has been popped, and Jason Bell, 19 years of age, the Storman, and he's come up with a very, very good try.
3 tries for him this season. 1 from 1 and 33 goals this year for him. John Jones. A lot on his mind. Barn to try and make it a lot worse. Big home crowd looking for this upset. No goal. But it's the Eels leading Manly by 6 points to 0.
Gee whiz, that player looks pretty groggy. I think he's off to the head bit.
No, he's okay.
Well, if he's okay, why are they assisting him from the field?
Because he's going off the McDonald's.
McDonald's?
Yeah, he's off to get quarter pounded.
Down deep. Frankovich now. A rather nervous Sea Eagles outfit, Wally, and Graham Lowe is sending some messages out.
I'm sure he'll be sending plenty out at the moment. That message should be that they just settle down. They don't have to win the game in the first 5 or 10 minutes that we've seen. They just seem to be too nervous. They're thinking about getting into the final 5 already instead of concentrating on the task they've got to do and putting in all the hard work that's going to ensure their victory.
No pressure on the Eels, Bill.
No, but if Manly came here, Graham, thinking they were going to come up against an Eels side that didn't have anything to play for, they're sadly mistaken, because the Eels at the moment look very committed to prove that they should have been in the top 5.
On the last tackle for Ridge, the danger man, big Tony Iro. Ridge from dummy half. He's 40 out from his own line. Straight and hard. Yeah, I can't remember him taking the ball up, and we've gone some 14 minutes.
Yep.
Hosking.
Only once before.
Lions. Lydiard. Lions originally looked inside for him. A little bit more settled. They keep it till the 6th. Lions off man. Everybody's onside. Scoots away. Beats Roberts and Lions. Roberts comes again. Langford. Sterling. Just up the middle like a front rower. Drake. Johnston. Paid to very solidly by Roberts and Bella. Sterling. Laurie. Last tackle for Parramatta. Sterling's on the blind. Ridge is chasing back to his in goal, breaking towards the sideline. He won't beat Bell, and he'll be brought down just 5 out.
So Manly again under pressure, having to bring it out from their own end of the field, and David Lydiard doing very well up over the quarter line. Good run. That relieved a bit of pressure. Roberts brings it ahead. This is Jones. Hosking. Lyons. Hasler. Back to Lyons. Lyons up to the halfway. He's got support on the inside. Donald plays it on the halfway. Bella. Only declared himself fit early this morning. O'Connor on the last tackle. Puts it in behind Marn, hits the sixpence and crosses the touchline.
Yeah, it's a smart kick on the Nissan replay. We'll see that one again. This is the captain of the Manly side, O'Connor, just judging it to a nicety. Only about a half metre in from the sideline, and over she went. Good kick.
Sterling to feed the scrum. Referee wants it in again. 20 metres out from the Parramatta line. Well, who wanted that?
That's out of character for Peter Sterling, isn't it?
Kenny and Lydiard both said to each other, yours. As Kenny now brings it back almost to the quarter line.
Yes, Johnny Croucher, the footy tab. I see the amount is a pretty big one.
Yeah, pretty big combined dividend. Pilrex, the footy tab fans, they've made Manly the hot favourites to win this. Almost 2/3 of the entries have gone for them. Plenty of support for Peter's Sterling field goal tonight. The computer, well, it thinks Parramatta can win this game, Rex. 16-20 for them, 10-14 for Manly.
Okay, John, thanks very much.
And again, some good football from Parramatta brings it back to the halfway. Sterling allowed to run a long way before he gets his kick in. Ridge back to his own in-goal area, and the chasers are coming through. Sterling's up there. He managed to evade both of them. In fact, Mann and Sterling virtually got in each other's road as Ridge brings it back, and what a great tackle from Kenny. Was it? No. Goodwin. Goodwin. Parramatta 6, Manly 0. Hosking. 10 metres Manly side of halfway. Hasler finds half a hole. The ball's loose again, and now Lydiard comes up with it. Back the open side. Manly trying to spread it. O'Donnell finds Hasler again. He was the man who had it initially as he's crunched into the ground.
Yes, a great tackle there from number 12, Peter Johnson. He's noted as a bit of a hitman, and he's really laid one on him that time.
Great kick from Lyons.
Yes, Lyons calmed things down there. I thought Manly were getting panicky again there and going to do something damn stupid, but Lyons came up with a very controlled kick, taking play into the quarter.
There's not as much panic in Manly's play now.
Well, they wouldn't want to be, would they?
No. Parramatta, again, having to bring it out from their own end of the field. Frankovic tackled just outside the quarter line. Glenn Lydiard.
I don't want to let this young fella run. He's a player of the future. I think he can go all the way, Lydiard. I really do.
Greentree runs into some solid defence. Bella was there. So too was Roberts. Goodwin. Almost back to the halfway. Sterling. This is Kenny. Last tackle against Parramatta. Blindside Sterling. Kicking for touch. And Ridge will have to let this cross the touchline. A perfect kick from Peter Perfect. Peter Sterling going well as Parramatta leads 6-0.
6-0, Nissan Friday Night Football. Parramatta putting on a great performance. Their last in 1990 and the last at home, Iro. Roberts still gets to unload for O'Donnell. O'Connor and to duck under the tackle of Kenny. Jones about the area where he made that fatal mistake. Bella straightens up this Manly attack. Ridge, a lot of time this time to get the kick in, looking for touch. He does it oh so well too, just like Sterling.
Nissan replay. Now this is a different type of kick. This is almost a grubber, driven very hard along the ground, hit the ground only about 7 or 8 yards in front of him, and it's bounced all the way very straight and very hard. A good way to obviously kick into the heavy wind. You can do very well with that sort of kick.
Brankovic off his wing. He'll finish up right on the 22 line. Bell. 5-3 the scrums to the Eels. Johnston taken by Jones. Sterling. Goodwin wide. Kenny goes back infield. Now outside again, taken by Tuvey. There's a tremendous clash in this match between the halves. Langford.
I think Sterling's winning the battle at the moment, but it's early days, of course.
Glenn Lydiard. Long torpedo punt. Ridge beautifully running back. Such a confident player. Taken by Mann. O'Connor down the blind. He thought he might sneak away. Ridge finds his forwards. Hosking. They'll be looking for Bella and Roberts to lead the way. Now it's Bella. That's a strong run. Gets them out towards halfway. Hasler across the paddock. Backwards even. Tuvey leaks up with Williams. Beautiful hands. Lydiard beats Sterling beats Goodwin, ducks underneath Langford, gives it to Hasler. Hasler changes direction, and it goes for Williams. Put the glasses down, classic, sensational rugby league try. Manly have exploded. It's taken up time, but what a try.
Yes, absolutely magnificent. Few have seen better than that came from this Hasler run across field. He's running now, lobs a basketball pass to Tuvey, then it was just quick hands. Lovely out there from O'Connor, on to Lydiard, who beats Sterling on the inside. I'm not blaming him, there was plenty of pace in there with Lydiard, came across a bit too quick, gets the pass back into Hasler. That's his second intrusion into the play. He goes diagonally, gets it away to Williams at this stage, and Williams sights the opening and goes for it and scores a magnificent try, a really superb try. Looked good, even the Parramatta crowd applauded. There you are. Tuvey, that lovely quick pass there onto Williams, then back inside to Lydiard. So there were two players, Hasler and Williams, both handled the ball twice in that movement. Look at the way Lydiard came back on the inside and beat all the traffic coming across. Hasler changed the direction once again at that point, went out, and there's Williams with a very strong run. Actually, I've not seen him run that fast since he had that reconstruction on his knee. So that's a very, very good try to this Kiwi centre or fullback, age 26, occupation salesman, scores tries.
Surprisingly, his first in first grade this year. Great percentage for Matthew Ridge, 77%. Now, from memory, I think in the first round it was Manly who produced a try like that against Balmain, the first round of the year, and now in the last round, they do it again. And again, from memory, I think it was Hasler who handled twice that day. Ridge, you don't get any closer to the touchline.
He's having a bit of trouble out there with the streamers too. This is going to be a mighty kick if he does it from the side.
The schoolboys trying to do their best to put him off. Ridge from out wide, unsuccessful. It's still Parramatta 6-4 over Manly. This big crowd have witnessed a great spectacle in this first half. Much more than 20,000 now, I would think.
Peter Sterling coming to the sideline.
Yes, Robert Muchmore has gone on now. He's a winger out of the reserve grade wearing number 18. I believe that Sterling's got a pretty severe arm injury. I'll check it for you as soon as possible, Dave.
That might also explain why he missed that tackle on Lydiard, although, of course, Lydiard evaded more than just Sterling.
Yeah, he beat 4 tackles, but any winger worth his salt can beat cover defence coming across when he steps back on the inside.
Especially one with the class of Lydiard.
Usually you run into a slower forward and you usually get belted in those situations, but not the fast following backs that are coming over and cover.
Billy Anderson, I believe it's a shoulder injury.
Yeah, apparently he's been in some doubt all week, David, whether it's a recurring thing with Sterling. He's had it for a couple of years and it just flared up from last week's game, but he won't be back on the field tonight.
Lovely ball from Hasler away to Roberts. Roberts steaming downfield and comes at the fullback Lydiard, who takes him beautifully.
Yeah, that was a great tackle by Lydiard and needed.
Bella to the quarter line, back to Hasler. Hasler looking for support on the outside, gets to within 13 metres. Last tackle against Manly. Hasler plays it forward. Hasler trying to link up. He's got the ball back on the inside, but the referee's called it forward.
Yes, I think the referee was right in that move. I think the pass did go forward. O'Connor was the man that put the ball down over the line. Hasler played the ball forward here, ran sort of diagonally towards the sideline, turned it and gave it back on the inside, and that was the one the referee has called forward. O'Connor over for a try, but from a forward pass.
As Goodwin brings it out now. That one was fairly marginal too. Here's Drake bringing it out for Parramatta. And he's lost the ball. Lions, oh, what a magnificent take that was from Williams.
Yes, almost get in the Australian slip cordon with a dive like that, couldn't he?
I reckon Sir Richard Hadley would like to have had him a few times, but he might have hurt his leg too, Williams. He got up a bit gingerly. As Manly have it now, right on the attack, just 18 metres out, as Bella takes it ahead and gets to within 12 metres of the line. Manly trailing by 2 points. After a slow start, it's Roberts. The pass is loose, and coming up with it is Parramatta, but they can't move it quickly enough to this side of the field. They certainly had support over here in the two wingers, Krinkovic and Mann, but Bell went the wrong way. Midway half and quarter line, Parramatta Parramatta's end of the field. Parramatta leading 6-4 as Drake brings it ahead. Greentree, Lydiard, Kenny, the long pass. This is Jackson, just inside Parramatta's territory. Lydiard kicking for touch on the eastern side of the field. It'll run into the in-goal area. It doesn't quite, but he has to go back to the in-goal area. Ridge to pick it up as he brings it back to his quarter line. Oh, that's a shocking pass, and O'Connor's done reasonably well in the end just to fall on that.
That was a dreadful pass, totally out of character, that one.
Iro. As Bella almost brings it back to the quarter line. There's David Ronson about to come onto the field. Billy Anderson, is Williams the man to come off?
He certainly is. He succumbed to a hip injury. I think he hurt it in the first few minutes of the game. It's been a pretty courageous effort.
Here's Hasler going back 10 to try and gain 2. As Williams comes to the sideline. And now again a mistake has set the possible try-scoring movement up for Parramatta. Here's Bell. Bell's almost snuck in behind the defence. And in the end, he's gone across the touchline. The defence from Lyons.
Yes, on the Nissan replay, it was Lyons who was able to give a little extra shove and get him over the sideline. The referee would have had a look at that to see whether he'd been actually pushed over, but the tackle, I think it was just about line ball.
Manly will try and work this away from their own line and hope that they don't continue with this poor passing. O'Connor. Straight into Langford. Counting down to a great finish to this 1990 season. September 11, of course, is the Dally M Awards. Tickets are available at all Ticketek outlets for the public. This year we open it up. $10 a ticket. Love to see you there at the Sydney Entertainment Centre. Roberts. Last tackle against the Sea Eagles. Ridge sends it downfield. One bounce, a fumble for Lydiard. Breaking tackles.
It's Muchmore, I think, is it?
Robert Muchmore. Kenny. Grankovic inside. Beat the tackle of Hasley. You don't see that too often. Goodwin charges onto one. Crowd trying to get Harrigan to keep Manly back. Laurie. Wrong-footed Tuvey. Harrigan is calling Ronson out, is it? I didn't see a lot in the tackle.
Well, we're watching it here now. Now, he's actually taken a player out of the action who wasn't involved, who wasn't holding the football, Jackson. So Ronson being penalised for tackling a player without possession.
Mann with a chance here. %50 tonight for Mann. Right on the 22. Congratulations tonight to St Gregory's of Campbelltown, who were the 1990 Commonwealth Bank Cup champions. 18-4 over St John's College Woodlawn from Lismore. They led 6-4 at half-time. Some great rugby league shown by some young men of the future. Now Mann. He's headed back to his half. Flags are up. They stretch their lead, Parramatta. It is now 8 points. 8-4 to the Eels in front of a big home crowd for the last time for them this year. And Manly coming up with a lot of errors, Wally Lewis, in this first half.
Yes, they certainly are, and I'm sure that's something that Coach Graham Lowe will really come up with at half-time. He's a coach that has really installed a lot of confidence into the Manly boys, and when you have a look at the statistics, the for and against in the program, they really do show that they have been a team that haven't made a hell of a lot of points, but they really haven't conceded many either, and that's the area of the game which I'm sure that he'll concentrate mostly on at half-time. They just seem to be coming up with errors in their own half, spending far too much time in their own 50-metre zone. Parramatta, we see, they just play the same football every week. They take it up, don't do anything too flash inside their own half, and just get a good kick and chase game, and I think that's exactly where Manly are falling down at the moment.
They will be under pressure, though, the Eels. No Peter Sterling. Forced off with a shoulder injury. Ridge. 32 out from his line. O'Donnell looks wide. Sends it there straight away for Tuvey. Stopped dead in his tracks by Langford and also Laurie. Hosking. Taken by Drake and back slam.
That's a good tackle too. That's a front rower's tackle, a real good one.
Jones driving tackle low from Kenny. He'll have to lead the way with no Sterling. Bella. He does his best. Short of halfway. Lions with a little chip for O'Connor. Bell read it. He collided with Lydia. He did well to control the ball after that.
Yes, see it on the Nissan replay. They were looking, both of them looking in the towards the heavens to watch the football come down, and they both ran into each other. I'm a little bit surprised that Lydiard's even moving. I thought he caught one really badly.
Well, that was a really bad bump, and the referee picking up a knock on, and the scrum will go down.
Yes, I think it was Mann who dropped the football there, attempting to play it, but the referee's going to move the play a little bit to the right, just to get away from the Lydiard action, but he's okay, evidently. Oh, that was Bell he was treating there. Lydiard stumbling around in the back, limping rather badly.
As Lydiard's got a sore leg, Bell is back on his feet. Manly have made 8 handling errors and Parramatta just 6. Hasler from the back of the scrum, found Tuvey in support. Ridge, open side. Roberts. The long pass, Lyons took his eye off the football.
Well, probably was thinking about what he was going to do with it before he took it.
As Manly get to within 30 metres of the Parramatta line, they dearly love to put points on the board before half-time. Not much longer to go before the break. Parramatta leading by 8 points to 4. Manly down on the Parramatta quarter line. Hosking, he slips that ball away. It's loose on the ground, but they clean it up, and Bella finds Lyons in support. Now O'Connor. O'Connor dancing around but can't find any passage towards the line. Now it's out towards Ridge, and Ridge steamed onto that ball. The ball's gone loose. Now it's a crossfield with the kick. It's gone loose, and Iro has scored. No offside, says the referee.
Yes, that was incredible, the sequence of events there. Well, offside's the ruling, of course, and that's the way it had to be. But the ball went out to Ridge on the right, and he was able to get, fairly well clear, but threw the ball away. And then Glenn Lydiard kicked the ball across field. At this point, of course, Iro was offside, but the ball ricocheted from a Parramatta player into his arms, and he went over and scored what he thought was a try, but the referees disallowed it.
The Parramatta fans breathed a sigh of relief. And so too, I dare say, would have a few of Balmain supporters. They'd love to see Parramatta continue in this form. The penalties favouring the Eels 3-0 in this first half, and they're also in front on the scoreboard, leading 8 points to 4 as they bring the ball out through Drake. 32 metres out from Parramatta's line. Goodwin, he got it away to Laurie. 12 metres his own side of halfway. Parramatta quickly get it to the western side of the field. This is Jackson. Bell seems to have recovered. Last tackle against Parramatta. Not long to go here in the first half. Glenn Lydiard can't get his kick in. Flicks it out the back. Almost knocked on. Almost intercepted. The ball's gone loose. What an incredible sequence of events before Jackson finally got the kick in, and Ridge picks it up 20 metres out from his own line. Well, that was an amazing sequence. How did Parramatta get that kick in under that enormous amount of pressure?
Well, I'll never know. It was magnificently done. They were able to keep the ball alive for the ensuing 12 or so seconds and keep passing it. But Manly's still under pressure here at the moment with only 3 minutes to go to the half-time break.
Well, this fellow was in Disneyland in the first tackle of the game. He's had a great game since then as David Lydiard.
No argument there.
Jones. Sterling watching on, of course. After having to succumb to the shoulder injury, the knock on, we'll see the scrum go down 8 metres inside Manly's territory. Only a couple of minutes before the break, the ball fed into the scrum by Bell. Kenny shows the ball one way. Kenny in space, only 30 metres away. A magician at his best as Kenny, as Langford takes it ahead.
That was a bit of vintage Kenny, going back a few years, magnificently done.
Greentree, open side, Glenn Lydiard. Kenny out to Laurie, slips over on the greasy surface, back to Glenn Lydiard. Just outside the quarter line as Drake takes it ahead for Parramatta. Got the pass away. It's Johnson who's only a couple of metres out from the Manly line. Danger for Manly. Right on half-time, but they've got the ball. Well, that was certainly a bit of luck going Manly's way. As O'Connor runs straight across field. Gets the pass away to Ronson. 12 metres out from Manly's line. Back towards the centre of the field. Again, it's O'Connor. Only 60 seconds to the break as Jones brings it just outside his own quarter line. Hasler from dummy half. Hasler gains a good 10 metres. Last tackle against Manly. Open side, it comes to Lyons. Quickly it comes away to Iro. Iro through the dummy. If he'd managed to slip the pass away to Lydiard, he would have been in space. Now it's gone loose and Lydiard comes up with possession with 6 to go for Manly. They've only got a couple of chances left in the first half. In fact, 10 seconds. So what can Manly do here as it goes to Bella? I don't think any Manly player looked at the big scoreboard here at the stadium. Now they have, as it comes away to Roberts. Roberts goes straight and hard, flicks it out to O'Donnell. The siren's gone as Lyons puts the kick in. Coming through quickly is Tuvey, but the ball beats them all over the touchline. And that's half-time. As they leave to the dressing rooms, it's Parramatta 8, leading Manly 4.
Welcome back to the Parramatta Stadium. Great atmosphere for the last of Nissan Friday night football here tonight. 8-4. The Eels are leading over the Sea Eagles here at halftime. Our last chance too this year for our last Vidal Sassoon lady, Susan Whittaker. I'm sure you know what this is all about. $250 worth of cash and 12 months supply of their fabulous product from Vidal Sassoon.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much.
I'm going to give you up. You're not a Parramatta girl.
Well, I am. I do like Parramatta. I follow Parramatta and Balmain.
Oh, well, a second team's in there.
Yeah.
They're on line for an upset tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank you.
Thanks, Suzanne. Well, they're on line for an upset, Val, as I said, the Eels.
It's been some spectacular football, hasn't they? I think that the Eels have gone about their task a lot better than Manly, although Manly came up with that spectacular try. And here it is on our replay. It started with Hasler heading across field, picked up Tuvey. Great hands there by Williams. He caught and drew all in the one action, then on to Lydiard. And isn't he a rejuvenated footballer? Now, he made good inroads here. Graham, I thought the play was about to stop, but in typical Manly ad-lib fashion, they were able to keep it alive. Hasler again backing up on the inside, fired the pass again on the outside. This time it was to Williams. He's got plenty of pace, saw to the corner post and went for it. Now, that's great football by Manly, but I think they need a bit more method in their madness.
No Sterling. Will they hang on?
Well, the player that they've moved, Bell, from the centres to halfbacks, a very complete footballer. They will hang on unless Manly play a little bit more football down the other end of the field. All
right, well, it's also important, 1990, it is a kangaroo year. I did want to show you, we attended a book launch during the week. Fabulous edition from Lester Townsend, the saga of Rugby League's great tours, the Kangaroos. And, of course, that's put together by Lester Townsend. Look for it at all major retail outlets and good bookstores. Congratulations to Ian Heads, who put it all together. Now, importantly for all you Rugby League fans at home, our Now Nissan facing the crowd competition gets underway again next weekend with the Rugby League semi-finals out at the stadium. All you have to do is be at the game. Go home and watch it on the State Bank replay, of course, on Channel 10, and you could be in line to win a fabulous Nissan Pulsar. Plenty of cash prizes, all supported by Triple M and Coca-Cola. Our thanks to them as well as Nissan. And a reminder too, again, September 11, the Dalium Awards Night at the Sydney Entertainment Centre. Tickets available to Ticketek, $10. We'd like to see you out there. In fact, we'll see you right after this break, the second half of Nissan Friday Night Football. Nice to have you back at the stadium on this last match for the Parramatta Eels at their home ground. They wish to thank their major sponsor, James Hardy and Company, and their corporate sponsor, Radio 2WS, as well as their game day sponsors. They enjoy enormous support out here. One of the best sponsored clubs in the Winfield Cup. Parramatta just 8-4. Let's remember there's no Peter Sterling out there. And the Sea Eagles have to win for those semi-finals. There's a change in one of the sides, and Bill, what about the dressing room wrap?
Well, firstly, the change, Graham. It's Adrian Shelford, the Kiwi, in 42. He's on for Manly, and Hosking comes off. Graham Lowe thought that they made far too many mistakes and they need a better kick chase. Parramatta room was a pretty jovial one, really, and Mick Cronin felt that they could win this game provided they just finish off the opportunities they're creating.
Bell picked up an easy try for himself in the first half from a Manly error. 10 tackles from Manly. Roberts with 24. Parramatta 99. Langford leading the way. Knock on first off against Parramatta. What an opportunity here for the Sea Eagles to start on the right note. Out quickly for Tuvey. Lyons took a mile of time to bring him around. Haven't seen Tuvey really get himself clear. Shelford. He'll play it just outside the 22. Tuvey, he doesn't have any runners outside him. Taken by the Parramatta forwards. Bella. Inside that 22. Shelford once more. Shelford busts the line, looks for support. O'Donnell got there too late. Now there's no dummy half. Well, O'Donnell had overrun Shelford, and everybody went to sleep.
Well, I nearly played the cardinal sin then and said a rude word, but I'm glad I pulled it back. That was a bit of sickening football. Manly got there through a great effort from Shelford, a really bustling, strong run, and then they don't have a dummy half.
Now little Krankovic gains plenty. Langford. Very entertaining match to finish off the year for the Eels. Bell, what a game he's having. Taken by Ridge. Last tackle, Lydiard. Down to the in-goal area. And over touch. It'll be a Manly feed.
Well, a very close thing this. Does Lydiard take the ball over the sideline, or does the ball go over on its own? Well, I think that there was a discussion there with the touch judge, and I think it's going to be a Parramatta feed.
I thought Lydiard had a foot on the line, which should have been dead.
Well, I think the referee and the touch judge have seen it a different way. The touch judge is the main man there, and this gives Parramatta a golden opportunity.
Manly making so many mistakes to allow Parramatta in. 9 metres out. Penalty to the Eels. That was kicked before the ball touched the ground. Against Roberts.
Who's been a little bit undisciplined in a couple of areas tonight. This is the second one. The other one was the arguing with the referee after a decision in the first half. Now O'Connor is coming up, as he's got the right to do, to have a yarn with the referee about rulings. He's having some well, that situation with the line umpire. He's quite clearly not happy with that.
Will have a kick right alongside the post. Let's have a look at Lydiard again.
Well, if we can slow it right down.
Well, that's a Manly feed. The touch judge is incorrect. He had his foot on the line. Should never have been a Parramatta feed.
Well, as they say, read it in the papers.
Barn from alongside the post. A bonus here for the Eels.
Now this is from 5 yards up the other end of the field from the goal line, Parramatta goal line. We've got Shelford bustling his way to the line, playing the ball correctly, golden opportunity, no dummy half. They bring the play back and this happens.
This will hurt. You bet it will. Manly in trouble. Here at the stadium, Parramatta 10, Manly 4.
And how will the table look after this round, Rick?
Well, mate, through the binoculars, it looks like a fold-up table with paper tablecloth, lots of Big Macs, fries and cokes.
Yep, the team scored well there.
So it's Parramatta bringing the ball out again and Manly with it all to do. What a good game of football it's been. It's almost a feeling of deja vu. Remember that game a few weeks ago when Newcastle had to come back in the second half to snatch a draw. Can Manly do the same? That would be enough to avoid a playoff. As Parramatta bring the ball out through Goodwin. Greentree. As Johnston almost gets to within 10 metres of the halfway. Lydiard. Again it's Bell.
He's having a blinder tonight, this young man.
He's had to switch positions as well. Of course, when Sterling went off, he came into halfback, which is where he made his name originally. Here's Ridge. That was a cool head to take that.
Yes, he's a calm player. We've established that he's got that on his side.
Iro. Shelford got it away to Tuvey. He's found Roberts in support. The ball's gone loose. Tuvey's lost it. He's got it back and knocked back, says the referee. Bella brings it up to the halfway.
Now that is a good surge.
Oh, and he's lost the ball. Jackson.
The mistakes continue.
And from players that don't normally make them. Much more midway, half and quarter line inside Manly's territory. Bill, they're making too many errors, Manly, at the moment.
A very careless performance from Manly. You know, they're trying to play this game across the field. They don't seem to have their mind on their job. What they've got to do is eliminate mistakes and get the ball down the other end of the football field. That's where it's at in rugby league, down the opposition end, not pushing the ball around up your own end of the field.
Last tackle for Parramatta, 30-odd metres out. Lydiard, I think, was thinking about the field goal. He puts the ball high in the air. Ridge takes it on the full in the end goal. Play to restart with a tap kick from the quarter line. The Manly, 12 handling errors as against Manly's Parramatta's 9.
Well, they stood there, the Manly forward stood there, then and let Shelford go the 10 metres without backing him up.
O'Connor's gone straight through. Up to the halfway. He's got away, O'Connor. He's got Lyons on the inside. Lyons races over the quarter line, and Lyons will come round and score underneath the posts. Two sensational tries from Manly.
Well, if they can ever find the way to leave O'Connor out of a Kangaroo touring side, this year's not the year, believe me. He's a master player. He's created this opportunity out of nothing. Absolutely nothing. Michael O'Connor's gone through two defenders there, got into the clear, up the sideline. He's got Lyons in support, offloads a perfect pass to him, and Lyons shows that he's got the pace over 25 metres to go all the way with it, and he scores a very, very smart try. But that put that down to Michael O'Connor, which was absolutely beautiful. Now, Tuvey feeds the ball through the mess of players there. We've had players intervene with the camera's lens, but there's O'Connor through one tackle of Kenny's, and then he passes the ball as Lydiard comes to him, back on the inside to Lyons, and Lyons has seen the line, he likes what he sees, and he scores a very smart try, and that gives them the opportunity to kick a goal. Now that's Parramatta 10, Manly 10.
Manly converting the try, and so the scores are level here at the Parramatta Stadium. Parramatta 10, Manly 10. Parramatta restart. The two incredible tries from Manly this evening. Out of nothing. And that's why Manly are going to be so dangerous if they get into the playoffs. Jones. 10 metres enters his own side of halfway. Hasler goes on his own from dummy half. Good defence from Bell.
Excellent tackle.
Lions kicking deep inside Parramatta's territory. Lydiard has to go all the way back to his own in-goal area. Knocks it backwards. He's having the devil's own job to make any ground, and great defence from Tooby. But good chasing from Manly that time. As Parramatta run it across their own goalposts.
Lydiard did very well to come in and take the centre there.
The ball towed through and they play the ball. Kenny evades the defence to bring it back into the field of play. Kenny decides to play on. He's got the pass away. Frankovic just stays in the field of play. This has been a game that's gone from end to end. Really great stuff. The last game of Friday night football for 1990. One of the most enjoyable games so far this season. And the scores are locked together at Parramatta 10, Manly 10. More than 23,000 here. What a crowd. Now, these two teams are really putting on a good exhibition. They've made some mistakes, but gee, it's been worth watching as Langford almost managed to slip away and create some space on the other side of the field, the eastern side. Last tackle as Lydiard puts it over the top, but Reeves perfectly positioned, brings it back for Manly. Manly 10, Parramatta 10.
Lions, Iro from way back. What a sight it is in full flight. Just how do you stop him? Then another big man like Roberts to follow, but not a good ball back. Manly still with 6 more.
Well, the crowd don't like that, but I think it was correct. I think the ball was knocked backwards.
Lions throws the dummy, gets it back for Lydiard. Roberts still down injured. Lydiard, a wrestling match. They end up nearly hurdling Roberts. Jones, crunched by Goodwin. The Sea Eagles are forced to play frantic football. Iro throws himself again. They don't want to be here on Tuesday night. O'Donnell, Bella up the middle. He's got Hasler. Back for Iro. Nowhere for him to go.
He's lost the football.
Parramatta in possession. Iro's got it back. O'Connor says knock back. Harrigan says knock on.
Well, this is the most dissent I've seen, and I'm not talking about him being in the wrong here, but it's the most dissent I've seen from Michael O'Connor. He's queried the referee on about 4 occasions in this match.
Roberts has got to go into the scrum. He can't stay where he is. Well, he didn't. Jackson. The scrums are 8-6 to the Eels. Goodwin. But it doesn't do him any good with the scoreline locked together. Bell. Laurie. Kenny. Nearly ran into Jackson. Laurie's going to kick. Right down the throat of Bridge. And a bit of room for him to bring it back too. Not a good kicking game from Parramatta. That's where they miss Sterling the most now. Shelford. 40 out from Parramatta's line. McDonald finds Roberts. Stands. He always looks to unload. Some of his passes tonight, though, haven't been good ones. Iro again. Somebody's whispered in his ear, do something. He's done it. Lyons has got another try. They couldn't hold Iro, and Lyons just wants to follow everyone. Right under the dot again.
Yes, this is superb stuff from Iro. Really, Lyons is playing the sheepdog role, but watch the power of Iro here as he tears his way right through the meat of the Parramatta forwards there, and then offloaded the football to Lyons and scores what is classified as an easy try for him. But look at this power, the size of this man. He's a big, strong boy. He's around about 16 stone, and he can run, let me tell you. And Lyons just loves running off people like that, and that's a very adjacent try with an easy kick and goal to follow. There he goes, side on. Look at them. 3 defenders he's been through, and offloaded perfectly at the end of it. Out to Lyons. There's Harrigan, the referee, showing that he's got a bit of pace too. He's able to sprint beside Lyons as he scores it. But that's a splendid try. Really great.
28 years of age. He's not enjoying his tries much, is he? 6 for him in 1990. makes it easy for Ridge again. No mistake. Now they've got some breathing space. It's taken them a long time. 16-10. Manly have nudged ahead by 6 points. And that will make some interesting viewing for coaches like Alan McMahon and Warren Ryan. I hope you're enjoying this one, fellas. I don't think you are somehow. It's going to be tough on Sunday night. We'll see you at Newcastle for a great clash, the Knights and the Tigers.
I think Warren Ryan would be breathing a little bit heavier, though, than Alan McMahon. As Shelford brings it out.
He's having a monumental... I know he's only been on there since half-time, but really, he's playing very, very well too, Shelford. And the great tragedy, of course, from Manly's point of view, is they're unable to keep him because the salary cap and their involvement in the cash requirement. Here's a break.
And here's a chance, Krinkovic. The pass comes away to Mann. And he's just outside the quarter line. The kick charge down. Open side, Parramatta bring it again. The pass comes away as Langford gets it down to the quarter line. He's lost the ball. Lions have stolen it, but the penalty, says referee Harrigan, right in front of the posts.
Well, Lyons has controlled himself and not gone crook at the referee on this occasion, and that I give him a plus for. And there he is, considerably stripping the ball from the Parramatta player Langford, and the referee has told him that I called tackle and you continued on with the stripping of the ball. So that's a legitimate penalty. But just let me complete that business with about Shelford. The club want to keep him, obviously, but the salary cap and their spending of the money on the existing players precludes them asking him to be able to play for the Manly side next year. I think he's a very, very valuable player. It's a great tragedy to see him go.
So Scott Mann, 3 from 4, and this one almost right in front, just outside the quarter line. Moves in, he strikes it out to the left of the uprights and misses a golden opportunity to bring Parramatta a little bit closer. It's Manly 16, Parramatta 10. Well, Manly have that breathing space at the moment. Billy Anderson, what do you think Parramatta will try and do from here on in?
Well, they're going to try and put the ball over the try line, but they're not going to be able to do that with willy-nilly play. I think Manly have looked a lot better in the last 10 minutes, Dave, and it's been because their forwards have taken charge. Bella, Roberts and Iro, when he comes off his wing, have got them going forward, and their backs are capitalising on it. Parramatta have got to follow likewise. They've got to get their guys working in the centre of the ruck, because the natural ability of the Krinkovic's and the Kenny, they'll finish it off for them.
And again, inroads made by Johnston as Parramatta swing it wide. This is Kenny looking for support. He can't get the pass away. 33 metres out. Bell from dummy half finds Drake coming down the centre. He's managed to slip the pass away. Greentree got it onto Goodwin. Goodwin charges ahead. Held up just outside the quarter line. Last tackle against Parramatta. Bell puts it high. It's going to virtually come down where he put the kick up, and it's taken by Lyons. He got a shocking pass away.
Well, only a player of O'Connor's capacity could have taken that. It was absolutely great. It came to him about an inch from the ground, and he was able to get his body down to it.
And here's another good run from Shelford. Wally Lewis down on the sideline watching Iro. The sort of form he's produced in the second half must put the shutters up you as far as Brisbane's concerned if Manly make it into the finals and get a game against you.
Well, it won't be just against Brisbane that he'll put the shutters up, that's for sure, mate. He's one of those blokes. I mean, he is just a raging gorilla when he gets the ball the way he takes off there, and you can just see the defenders in front of him. They try and want or wish more than anything else that one of their fellow players will come in and make the tackle for them. He's around about 17 a bit stone, and he's one of those guys, as we see him tear down the field once more. He's one of those chaps that you just hope that he doesn't get the ball and run at you.
Ball went loose, was on the last tackle.
We'll have a look at the run from Iro here. Look at the tear-away job he's done, but he gets an awkward pass in there to Lydiard, who's unable to handle it.
As Parramatta now have the ball, their own side of halfway. It's Manly 16 leading Parramatta 10. Started slowly, and Parramatta started brilliantly this evening, but they've slowly but surely got their way back into the game with some brilliant displays out amongst the backs. Just inside Manly's territory, Parramatta playing the ball. This man's had a blinder. Bell as he got the pass away. Krinkovic slips it out the back to Bell. Well, he knew what was on. Well read, though, by the Manly defence. Lydiard trying to find a hole. He has. The pass popped up in the air, and O'Donnell it is who plucks it out of the air and brings it back to the halfway. Peter Wynn on the sideline warming up. There he is. Just inside Parramatta's territory as Jones props and then goes straight and hard. 11 metres inside Parramatta's territory. It's Tuvey. Out it comes to Lyons again. And back on the inside. O'Connor's taken to the ground. Midway half and quarter line. Inside Parramatta's territory. Last tackle against Manly. All those Parramatta players seem to be offside as the ball's gone high in the air. The referee pointed towards Tuvey, almost indicating he was offside.
Well, I think he was offside. I think there were two Manly players offside there.
Parramatta stretch it straight away. Brankovic slips as he comes to Lydiard. Bell, non-stop action at the stadium. Last of Nissan Friday nights. 16-10, Manly are looking for field goals. Break. 32 out from his own line. They opt for the blind side. Kenny, cut out ball for Muchmore, who put it down. Ridge. Quickly they get back to support the fullback, the entire back line. Ronson. They're in position here if they want to head for the posts. Roberts. Trying to get it back for Ridge. He picked up for Ronson. Ronson looking on the outside, penalty.
Yes,
I thought he missed one. I thought he missed one in the first half. He's got this one.
Yes, clearly taken out of it. Ronson threw the dummy to Tuvey, and you can see Tuvey's taken out of it there by Kenny. And the penalty will go to the Manly side about, 9 metres outside the quarter, almost directly in the middle of the field.
Goodwin leaves the field. A great acquisition for the Eels this season. A great reception for him. Two from three. From about 30 out, Ridge. Very characteristic style. He normally gives a shake of the hands.
There it is.
Prior to kicking, settles himself down. Another good solid glare at the post. That's where it's headed. Manly stretch it. 18 points to 10 over Parramatta. Manly by 8 at the stadium. O'Donnell is leaving the field. Owen Cunningham is out there in 40.
Headbin O'Donnell.
So it's a headbin apparently for O'Donnell. Over 23,000 fans here at the stadium. Watching a very entertaining match. Hope you're enjoying it at home. Ridge loses it. Parramatta on the attack mark. Wing, his first touch from dummy half. Taken by Cunningham, who's just out there. He makes his first tackle. Bell, short ball, Langford. Greentree sights some runners. Drake. He unloads for Kenny to step. Taken over the top by Shelford. A busy man in the second half. Greentree. Hasler has him. Back for Kenny. Short ball, Jackson. Last tackle, 9 metres out. Bell goes blindside. Lydiard runs from dummy half. Wants a runner. Kenny flicks it out the back. Jackson scoops it. Drake. Last tackle, still not touched. Lydiard's got it. He steps inside.
Well, he saw his brother coming across at him, and I think he realised he probably didn't have the pace to go on with it.
O'Connor quickly for Hasler. This match hasn't stopped. Cunningham Cunningham with the new dummy half roll. Manly don't need to force it. Solid play to get it down this end here. Bella. Shelford. He'll have time to give off to Cunningham. It's the last now for Manly. Right in midfield. O'Connor wants it. He steps off his left. Throws a forward pass anyway. Taken by Jackson. The Eels, their turn in counter-attack. What can they do as they go wide? Bell, a monster of a pass. He's stepping beautifully. He's got support. Krankovic had overrun him. What a match it is.
It's an incredible game of football. If you like it open and fast, you won't see many better than this as Wing takes it ahead. The ball's gone loose. It's anybody's ball. Referee Harrigan comes in and says it's Manly's ball and Roberts plays it. Well, there's been some handling errors, but hasn't it been an enjoyable game to watch? As Bella has it just inside Parramatta's territory. Jones. Peter Wing comes over the top. Will this be his last game in Parramatta colours? As Iro comes charging ahead. Iro straight and hard, slips the pass away. Cunningham gets it away to Lydiard, and Lydiard scores! Great football again from Manly.
Well, what can you say about this man, Iro? This is the most dynamic match that he's had for the Manly side. There he is, running as a forward. Has just gone through 3 defenders there. He lines the pass up as the defence comes to him, gets it away to Cunningham, the replacement, and he gets it onto Lydiard, and Lydiard's in for a try. But all the running is from this man. Look, the beautiful way he just powers through there, just unbelievable. The strength of him. 16.5 stone. Wally Lewis, how would you like to have him?
Well, I'd certainly like to have him on my side. As a matter of fact, Bill just passed a comment, Billy Anderson just passed a comment down him that what you've got to do to try and stop his rampages is get to him early and put a lot of pressure on with a big tackle. I remember back in 1988, I had the same theory as that in the World Cup final. I tried to do that and he ran straight through me. He broke my arm. So that might be quite the way to do it.
So here's Reg, moves in, adds the extras, and Manly have no fears of a playoff now. Manly lead Parramatta 24 points to 10. And the Manly fans who've made the journey out to Parramatta really enjoying this, knowing that they're at the football stadium on Saturday week. David Lydiard scored 6 tries this year. Parramatta bring it back for the restart. And the Manly fans can sit back now and hope that Newcastle can come up with a victory on Sunday and force a playoff next Tuesday night. What a game, and how important that is now. The State Bank big game on Sunday afternoon between Newcastle and Balmain. All the action, of course, on Channel 10 at 6 o'clock Sunday night. The fellow that was in doubt, hasn't he played strongly?
Yes, he has, and he's got stronger as the game has progressed. I think really he's watching Shelford, his teammate, and Shelford has been doing some monumental things only in a short space of time. Iro out in the wing, of course, when he comes into play in the forwards. Here's Tuvey, got the pass away out there to O'Connor.
O'Connor's got Iro inside, and Iro deserves a 4-pointer and gets it.
Magnificent stuff. Well, I don't know what you say about that. The tries are coming very easily now as the game progresses. This is the way it went from ground level. Out to Lyons. Lyons dummies out inside, gives it out to Tuvey. Tuvey slips it to O'Connor. O'Connor finds he's got nobody in front of him. Iro senses there's a try on, and there it is. The pass back inside from the skipper on Iro, and he gets a very, very simple try in the end. But by heavens, he's worked hard for other people to score tries tonight. Lyons, clever, beautiful stuff. Actually beat Bell there with a dummy. Got a pass away to O'Connor, pulled it in one-handed. O'Connor then sights the opening as Iro comes to him, and the defence comes to O'Connor, and there's the Iro try. Splendid stuff. Really, this man has played an astonishing game, and when he grows up, he's going to be a very good player.
There's Michael O'Connor. Billy Anderson Anderson, what's the trouble?
O'Connor can feel a twinge in his groin, which is bad news for Manly. He's come to the sideline. They're going to keep his eye on him, but O'Connor does want to come off. His words were, I can feel it. I think I should be off.
Matthew Ridge has 4 from 5. And as you can see, not an easy one. 10 metres in. Ridge moves in. It's high in the air. The touch judges get underneath it. The flags are raised. And Manly streak away to lead by 30 to 10.
Remarkable scoreline at the stadium. 30 to 10 to Manly. Changes to both sides now, Bill.
Yeah, firstly, Frank Stokes, Graham's on the field. In the Parramatta side, Steve Sharp in 25 replaces Bill Greentree.
Ridge. Taken by Sharp. 10 minutes to go in this extraordinary match, where Manly put on an incredible second half. Langford was put on his backside by Shelford. Bella.
Still the most valuable men in rugby league are the front row forwards. You agree, Billy Anderson?
Yeah, look, Rex, I think the pertinent thing, this has been a real learning experience for Manly. They played that footloose and fancy free football early and struggled, but as soon as their forwards and their front row in particular got them going forward, they've had no problems whatsoever.
Glenn Lydiard taken on his own 22. We look ahead to the semi-finals. One of the big talking points to continue will be the draft system with the players for next season. Look for a great story about it, outlining all the new rules about it in Big League this week on sale at your newsagents and at the grounds on the weekend. And what a night this has been in Rugby League. Hope you've enjoyed it on Channel 10, the Commonwealth Bank Cup. Outstanding St Greg's of Campbelltown. And tonight, Manly with some remarkable open football. Bell, what a match he's had on a side that's so far behind now. Much more. Last tackle. Kenny's going to put it to the end goal. Krankovic is chasing. Lyons is there. The ball will beat them both easy. Too much from Kenny. Now, Gately has gone out there for Parramatta. Drake is off.
Well, Gately to go around against his old team. He had several seasons down there at Manly.
30-10. I just wonder, Wally, as you look ahead to the semis, Manly couldn't afford the luxury of the way they played in the first half tonight in a semi.
No, that's right, but I've got to agree with Billy Anderson. It has been a learning experience for them, and well, I'm sure that Adrian Shelford's just about cemented a place in this side. He's had a tremendous performance here tonight and really showed the rest of the forwards how that first half should have been played. He's a guy that, of course, has a wealth of international experience, and that experience has really shown to the fore tonight. He's a guy that's very big, hard and strong, and as Rex mentioned before, the front rowers being the most important players in any side really have got to make that territory. They didn't make it in the first half, and well, didn't they make it in the second half?
They certainly did. Makes you wonder about the New Zealand selectors leaving him out of the tests against Australia.
I think they're rat bags.
Lions. Cut out for Tuvey. He tried to leap over the top of Laurie.
He did very well to take that. He could have been cut in two with that tackle.
Could you imagine a New Zealand side with Shelford and the Iro brothers?
Well, they had Australia under pressure for a while. Great result for Bob Fulton's team, who played so well in the conditions there. Would have been interesting with Iro and Shelford, of course. Ridge puts a midfield bomb up. Jackson tackle. I thought some of the Manly players were still in front of Ridge. Gately taken. Think about the retirement of Wayne Pearce. I guess so many things have been said about Wayne Pearce that has overshadowed some of the players that are playing their last season of rugby league. The man that just unloaded that pass, Steve Sharp, he plays his last for Parramatta, and what an effort he's given to this great club. Congratulations to him too, Steve. Knocked down by Lydiard, and to all those players, of course, that are winding up in this last round of Winfield Cup football. We certainly do salute you for the performances you've shown for your own clubs.
Well, it was a Parramatta feed there. The ball was knocked by Lydiard in flight.
Tony Iro was in the second row in that scrum. He spent the entire second half running it through the forwards. Sharp. Langford for Wynn. Of course, Peter Wynn's also thinking about what he will do for next year. Is this his last, I wonder? Mann stepping. The Eels trying to give a last fling here at the stadium for a great crowd that turned out. Glenn Lydiard. Krankovic. He loses it. John Jones picks it up. Ridge. So as we look ahead to Sunday, 4 teams have settling themselves for a great month of rugby league at the Sydney Football Stadium. Who will the 5th be, or will we have to go through it on Tuesday night again with Newcastle and Balmain? Manly won't be risking O'Donnell back now from the head bin as we go inside the last 5 minutes of Nesson's Friday night football for 1990.
And it's Parramatta with the ball. Kenny back on the inside. That was Gately. Just inside Manly's territory. Bell had a great game in a losing side. Sharp. Here's Langford. Tried to get the pass away, but it was covered up over the top by Bella. Underneath was Roberts. Just outside the Manly quarter line. Last tackle against Parramatta. Kenny tries the little kick. It came off a Manly player. And the referee's going to rule a handover. I must admit, I thought the Manly player actually tried to play at that ball. Of course, Brisbane up against North tomorrow. Wally, that's never easy for Brisbane either.
No, it wasn't. Norths were a team that have never really troubled Brisbane all that much, but in the first round clash in Brisbane, Norths really put it to us. Of course, they were in great form at the time. They've haven't been going all that well in recent weeks, but they're a team that we can't afford to take lightly. They gave us a tremendous amount of trouble up there and beat us quite comprehensively up there, and especially with semi-final time approaching, it's very important for us to try and get our game working together, try and make sure that we can get everybody fitting into the match plan. Gene Miles' return, of course, is very important for Brisbane. It's a time where we must get our game going and really try and get some sort of pattern together for semi-final.
Well, Lydiard then knocked the ball, I thought, in a knock-on situation, but the referee waved back. Lydiard gave himself up a bit, stopped running, and started again.
So it's Parramatta with only a few minutes left in the match with the ball. Can they put another try on? And here it is, across field, it's Kenny. Kenny still going. Kenny looking for support. He can't link up on the far side of the field. It's Krankovic at dummy half. He gets it away to Wynn, charging down the centre. He offloads it. It comes away to Jackson, to Gately. And out it comes again towards Mann, who couldn't handle the pass. And so the scrum will go down about 21 metres out from Manly's line and about 11 metres in. Manly get the feed, and there's a lot of tired Manly players who'll be fairly content just to run this ball out and run the clock down.
Yes, I think it's been a comprehensive win by the Manly side. They've really done it very well. 30 points to 10 the score as we come into the countdown situation. But they had to learn. They had to learn they couldn't just be parsimonious about throwing the ball around and doing all sorts of stupid things in the first half.
Brilliant skill showed by Kenny then in picking that half volley. 2 minutes to go in the game as Jackson has held after Parramatta had won that scrum against the feed. Back on the inside, Bell, Jackson. 20 metres out. Lydiard away to Gately. 12 metres away from Manly's line. Glenn Lydiard again. Wynn charging at the line. He's got the pass away. It's Johnston who has it. Only a few metres away. Sharp from dummy half. Lydiard. Out it comes to Kenny. Kenny thought about the kick, then got the pass away to Jackson. It's gone loose. I thought it was knocked on by Lyons. It's still loose. In the end, Cunningham cleans it up. But the referee said, we're going to play the handover anyway. 1 minute to go in the match. David Lydiard plays it. Stokes gets away from one. A solid fellow takes it out to the quarter line.
I'm reliably informed that he's the fastest player in the Manly club.
He's got a bit of build on him too.
Yes, well, that's what I asked a few of the lads, and they said, oh, Frank Stokes. So that might be authentic. I don't know that they're talking about a 100-metre sprint, but I'm talking about, you know, 40 or 50 yards. Oh, Des.
Haslam knocks it on. And another scrum will go down 20 metres out from Manly's line. Not long to go in this match. Manly have got the Winfield Cup points. The pressure's on Newcastle and Balmain. The State Bank big game on Sunday. Graham Lowe be very pleased with this, knowing that he doesn't have to play until Saturday week. Bell, 11 metres out. Quickly they move it to Lydiard. Lydiard gets it away. The floated pass over the top, and it's going to be a try to Muchmore. The pass thrown into the gap. Muchmore cleaned it up.
Well, a deserving thing for the Parramatta three-quarters. They have played with a lot of flair, a lot of panache. And there was a lob pass over the top. Muchmore grasped it to his body and dives into the corner and scores a belated try. So that takes the score of the 30 points to 14. And we've got a kick at goal to come, which will just about wrap the game up. Mann will take the kick, and he's taking it out from all about just outside the quarter and about a metre in from the sideline.
So Scott Mann, 3 from 5. Manly, they'll be pretty pleased with this effort, especially in the second half. Iro and Bella and some of the players who are nursing injuries. And there's the Manly fans who are very pleased with their performance. They came back from the dead to win reserve grade. And now they've put up a good performance to make sure they're at the Sydney Football Stadium tomorrow week.
Well, I have it on fairly reliable authority that the reserve grade were put on a keg by St George.
If St George lose, they'll probably get someone to help them drink it. Marnes kicks out to the right. And so the score remains Manly 30, Parramatta 14. The siren goes. Manly are into the qualifying semi-final. The fans are ecstatic. They can go home to Brookvale tonight and really celebrate.
Well, the scorelines, David, yes, the Manly side went pretty well, I thought, but Manly 26 points in the second half. I think that speaks volumes for a learning experience. They certainly didn't play anything like that in the first half. The forwards got very involved in the second. We had, well, as you can see there's a lot of tries being scored, and significantly most of them by the backs, although Iro scored his try into the forwards. Manly's 30 came from Williams, Lyons 2, David Lydiard and Iro. Ridge kicked 5 goals. Bell and Muchmore scored tries for Parramatta. Muchmore's a very late try. Mann 3 goals. So 30 points to 14 to Manly.
As Wally Lewis enters his testimonial year, the end of an era is approaching. In support of this event, Power Brewing have introduced a special testimonial 15-can pack. It's your chance to win 2 tickets to the Kangaroo Tour and to Wally's testimonial dinner in Great Britain.
Here's another one, guys.
You'll find the coupons on the new packs, which are already proving popular with Power's Bitter supporters. Power's Bitter simply tastes better.
Welcome back to the stadium. What a match it was, and what a performance by our Nissan man of the match. Tony Iro, you decided really to put the foot down in that second half.
Yeah, well, the idea was for me to get into the forwards and have a bit of go once our forwards got a roll on, and it seemed to work out well for us.
Well, not a permanent change to the forwards, though?
No, I hope not. I had a bit of a stint last 5 minutes in the second row, but didn't enjoy it very much. So
you made a few breaks and then managed to finish one off.
Yeah, it was good to get a try. I haven't scored many this year, so it's always good to cross the line.
Well, Tony, you're headed for the semi-finals, and you're headed back to Manly tonight with $1,000, courtesy of Nissan Man of the Match.
Thanks a lot. I'd like to thank Nissan and Channel 10 for this support.
All right. Well played, Tony. Well, Tony, of course, is one player who grabs this last round of Winfield Cup football a chance to become our Dally M Player of the Year. September 11, he will walk away, of course, with the gold statuette, as well as that fabulous Nissan XR And you could join us too, Dally M night at the Sydney Entertainment Centre. Tickets are still available at all Ticketek outlets, $10 each. Love to see you there. Now that's $10 going out. What about the money coming back in tonight on Footy Tab, Johnny Croucher?
Well, Graham, was a pretty big win to the Manly side tonight. 30 points they scored. That was a pretty good score for a winning team. And also Parramatta's 14 points was pretty high for a losing team as well. There were only 76 winners as a result, and the provisional dividend, one of the best of the season, $623.60.
Yeah, fabulous pool tonight, and a great dividend there for all you winners. Great dividend, Billy, too, for Manly in the second half, and they could afford the luxury of a bad first 40.
That's right. They really sounded a warning, Graham, to all other teams in the semi-finals. I don't believe they had their mind on the job early. I think they were thinking about semi-finals. But when the question was put to them by Parramatta, they answered it in the most positive fashion. Really good performance. They'll be much better for the run.
They certainly will. Spectacular second half performance here at the stadium by Manly. We've still got more to come on this and Friday Night Football. Don't go away. We'll be back after this break.